Twitter. Oh, I went to Twitter. I'm like, Twitter. Why is Twitter up? I went to Twitter. I'm looking for my tabs on I was looking for my tabs on YouTube, and I'm looking. I paused for a second. I'm like, what's going on? But I forgot I went to Twitter. What's up, everybody? I was coming over here to I was coming over here to go to the tube. Sarah boyfriend kicks her out. I gotta look at Country Way. Be quiet, Tim. I don't know why it be like lagging on this homepage for some reason. Oh, what just happened? Okay. All right. Link pinned at the top of the chat. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Move out the way, Twitter. While I'm on Twitter, let's go see if ICT is ICT talking today. He is tweeting with his sick tail. It's in a 5-minute holding pattern on the ES. Let it displace first. No hurry. Okay. I just woke up literally. Dollar firm ES. If it bends the knee to what if it bends the knee to what the dollar has posted so far, lower session likely. I favor 3,900 as a high time frame sell side draw. Refer to the euro objective by euro 39.25 sell side draw. Okay, then ICT. Okay, ICT. I see y'all here with your tweet. Tweet lee leak. Tweet lee leak. Tweet lee leak. I here with your tweet lee leak. I'm put ICT over there. I'm put y'all right here. Like that. That don't refresh. That doesn't refresh. If I make it 2. How do they have a scroll thing there if I can't? Oh, that's for this. Okay. I'll put it like that so I can see if somebody. Y'all don't never pull up, but I'll put it there so I can see it just in case. What's going on with my screen? Oh, I'm still on 1 minute. That's why. Okay. Let me jump up real quick. Let me get myself together, y'all. I'm sorry. This sleep deprivation is starting to kick in. I shouldn't say sleep deprivation, but like tiredness is starting to kick in. Again, this is the divergence I was talking about. The NQ and the ES failing to go lower with the Dow. The Dow hit a bullish order block and a fair value gap. It completely filled in the fair value gap, hit this bullish order block, taking out the sell side at the 840 candle. These on 5-minute candles, but the ES, the NQ, making higher highs. The ES making higher highs. Let's look at the dollar next to it. Dollar. See, this right here, this would be nice if I had like live data on Trading View so that I can push. Okay, so the dollar is coming down to some imbalances down here. We got a breaking market structure to the downside on the dollar. Let me see here. So 5-minute candles. This high on the dollar is at 8.55. Let's go to 8.50, 9 o'clock. So where's the 9 o'clock? So this is the 9 o'clock candle right here. Okay, so from 8.55 to 9 o'clock, the dollar made a higher high. And from I'm speaking in terms of my candles, 8.55 to 9 o'clock, the Dow, the ES, and the NQ made higher highs. So we had divergence right there. The dollar started to sell off. The Dow kept going up, took out this high right here, then sold off. Now the ES and the dollar are pushing up. So the Dow is pulling down with the dollar. What is this candle right here? 950. So why is this looking weird like that? Why is it giving me minute candles? Okay, so why is this ticking in minutes? Why is it not? This shouldn't be showing me minutes. Like it should be showing me 5-minute intervals. Okay. So my 955 candle right here, 955 made a higher high. This right here took out the 915 low, so 920 low, right? So this high, right? Man, look at the difference in these highs. So this was the high. This was the high on the Dow, and this was the high on the ES right there. So it took out that high. All right. Took out that low. Okay. So now we just got the divergence to the downside with the Dow, the dollar. If the dollar keep pushing down to this right here, I would expect these to keep pushing up to attack this high up here. This buy side up there. I got too much on the screen. I need to put this always on top. What's that? Oh, we got one right here. Equal highs. Oh, we haven't taken that one out. We haven't taken this. I thought we had already taken that one out. We haven't taken that one out at 39. 39, 44, 25. And the other one is at 39, 47, 75. So I want to see if we get a push to take that out and then let the market show me what it wants. Because we kind of, when we look at the hourly candles, we're not really doing much. We've taken out the buy side that I had marked out. That's that 39, 46, 75. I had marked out that buy side there. And so we've taken that out. I had marked that out from when I was up during the London session before I went to bed. That was the draw that I was want to see what we do when we hit there. So we've hit that. Now that we've hit that, this is the sell side right here from that same range. And then this is the low of the day, right? I want to see if we're going to attack the low of the day and keep dropping, or if we're going to have a reversal on this Thursday and push up. The market really not giving me any clear. Let me go to the 60-minute on the dollar. The dollar just took out buy side, right? The dollar just took out buy side. Dollar showing real strength, acting like it want to get here, right? So the dollar really want to get there, then I see us going down. But if the dollar says, hey, this right here is the buy side that I wanted, I'm fun to go down, then we may push back up to the new day opening gap. So sit back for a minute and see what unfolds. We got a breaking market structure on the dollar with a small fair value gap below it, right? We came close to it there, still haven't touched it. So if dollar starts to disrespect like this fair value gap, this down close candle, then might push up. But if the dollar respects it, might push down. Let's just wait and see. Wait and see. Move, dollar. Move out the way, dollar. What's up? Hope you feel better. What? Oh man. No, not a move. Past data has told me I tend to spiral when I feel like this. Probably just stress. I go for a walk. Yeah. Do that. Do that. Tap out, man. Just tap out. Walk away from the charts, man. Walk away from the charts. Tap out. Walk away from the chart. If you're still here, if you're not still here, um, pray for your peace, my brother. When you just walk away, man. When you start feeling like that, just walk away. That's the best thing. Best thing. Live to trade another day. The market ain't going nowhere. You feel me? God dog it, mouse. Come on. Y'all see me struggling trying to figure out a good way to put all this stuff over here, right? Where I can see everything. Trying to leave little wonders for me to peek in. Trying to leave little peek through wonders. Okay, so got the 5 minute 15. Can't really see much there. There you go. Need to see. Then I got my divergence over there. I can see. And the dollar still haven't hit that we just got back up to that buy side. Let's see if we take out this new buy side. We take out the new London high, the new overnight high. Let's see if we take that out. If the strength of the NQ and the ES prevail, because the dollar still, haven't hit that fair value gap yet. The dollar still ain't broke down. It's pulling back, but it still ain't gave no these 1 hours. I'm tripping. Let me put it back on 5 minutes. Okay, the dollar has made a breaking structure to the downside, and we failed to get back up to this fair value gap on the 5 minute. The dollar showing weakness. That's probably why we getting this little thrust right here. I still had it on hourly. I thought there was 1 minute candles. I saw the one, and I thought it was 1 minute candles, right? So the dollar came up here. We took out that high, and now on the dollar, this we came up. We took out. I don't know what we took out over there. I'm starting to confuse myself. Y'all hold on while I think to myself. All right. Right there. Right there. We just respected that breaker right there. That bearish breaker. The dollar came up. We took out the buy side, right? Came down, respected that breaker there because we came up, made a high, made a higher high, then broke through it. Boom. Bearish breaker, pushed back up into the breaker and sold off. We just respected that breaker, so that pushed us up. Now we got equal highs there, over there, on the hourly. Let's go look at what's going on over here. Let me drop down. I'll just drop down on a bigger chart so I can see 15 minute. Let me take this junk off my screen. Don't need you. So 15 minute, we got equal highs on the 15 minute. Put this up there so it makes sense in my mind. All right, just took the buy side. All right, so we just took the buy side. Now let's see what a going zone. Took the buy side. No imbalances on the 15 minute. After taking the buy side. No imbalances on the 5 minute. Okay, so on the 1 minute, we got couple imbalances here. We got one way down here. Okay, the dollar has a fair value gap there. It already respected the breaker. Push back up into that fair value gap. It'll keep it weak. So pushing up into that fair value gap, keeping the dollar weak, will bring us down here. Let me go to 1 minute candles on the dollar. Okay, so the dollar took out sell side, took sell side, took sell side again, pushed up, respect the fair value gap, came down, took sell side, pushing back up into this area here. What's this low right here? So 40.25. I would need it all the way down there to get to that low. For this low to be a stop, I would need it all the way down here. 40.25. We got this fair value gap there. We got this fair value gap here. Dollar coming back down there. See, that low is 40.35. 40.25. I would need it all the way down here to be able to put it below that low. We just took out a 1 minute short-term low right there to the downside. Not liking that. Not liking that. We just took out a 1 minute low to the downside. 1 minute low to the downside. Working on a fair value gap right there. Not liking that. Right here. Respecting this breaking market structure here at this fair value gap. Let me get up. Don't want to get lost in the sauce on the lower time frame. Let me get up. Okay, 5 minute looks solid. No imbalances to the downside on the 5 minute. Went wick for wick on that down close candle. Again, for the proper risk management for the 5 point static, I needed it to be down here at this 40.25 on the 1 minute to have proper risk management on it based off the downside risk. 5 minute was solid. No fair value gap trade on the 5 minute. Just came to the body of this. I mean, wick for wick with this respecting this breaker over here. It came wick for wick inside this down close candle right here, but it's respecting this breaker right over there thus far. And for anybody who don't see what I'm talking about, we got a breaker here. Come on, Tim. We got a breaker right here. Right there. So we came in respecting that breaker. Right. What makes that a breaker? Right. We came down here, took out this high. Right. Then we went down. And once we traded back through it, right? Boom. Right there. This high took out that. I said took out this high. This high took out that. And once we traded back through it, boom, it came down, hit the breaker. Push back up. Is the dollar still? Yep. Dollar still ain't made it back to this fair value gap right here. Dollar struggling to get back to that fair value gap right there. Showing exceedingly weakness. Still ain't got back to that fair value gap right there on the dollar. So the dollar still showing weakness. So let's see this right here, 5 minute, 10 o'clock. So 10:05 candle right there. Yep. Made a high. So from low here, high, exceedingly higher nonetheless. Lower nonetheless. Why does it act like it don't want to move? What's going on over here? Oh, that's why, because we still got divergence with the Dow. That's why we still got divergence with the Dow. That's why it's acting like it don't. Because I'm like, why is it acting like it's not trading good? Like the price not moving good, but we still got all this divergence with the Dow. All right, so the 950 to 1010 macro is done, and we attack the buy side, resting above 39.47.75. So the macro is done, and then it went for the buy side, which makes sense because there was no imbalances below, and the dollar was weak. So since the dollar showing a little bit of short-term weakness, there's no imbalances to attack. So it makes sense that the macro attacked the buy side above the overnight high. I'm sorry, I got y'all. If y'all saying something, I'm sorry, I got it covered up. He is breaker. Bullet. It's always too hard to ignore. Quick trade, delivery on the macro, in the macro. That's what's up, Nikki. Congratulations. Yes. I love to see the support. Oh, FMAC. It's certain macros that ICT talk about that runs. One is from 950 to 1010. All the macros, this is just the way I understand it. All the macros do the same thing. They either attack liquidity or attack an imbalance. They attack the liquidity that hasn't been attacked yet in the form of buy stops or sell stops, or they attack an imbalance in the form of a fair value gap, a volume imbalance, a liquidity void. And so the macros will just reprice to that area. You know what I'm saying? Like wherever it is, it's going to attack that imbalance or that what's the name. So here we go right here at this 945 candle that closed, this 950 candle. So from here, this, like when this candle closed right here, 950 started. And then if you notice, from 950 all the way over to 1010, this is the 1010 candle, right? So between these candles here, right, there's no imbalances down here, right? We've come down, we've come down to a discount PD array right here. It got all the way down to this volume imbalance, and we were consolidating, right? And then at 930 open, right, we failed to go lower, so it didn't take out the sell side. And then when we got into the macro window from 950 to 1010, there's no imbalances to attack below, right? And so the algo attacked the buy side because the dollar was weak in the short term, and so the algos repriced up to the buy side, and it was a struggle because we got this divergence over here. But the macros, they somebody dropped the what's the name in the Discord. I didn't know about all of these. I ain't gonna hold you. But the members talk about how ICT have mentioned all of these. Now the ones that I knew were the 950 to 1010, the 1150 to I think I know these right here. So these were the ones that I knew about right there, right? The 1150 to 1210, 950 to 1010, and then 1515 to 1545. Those the main ones that I knew of, heard ICT talk about, right? But these are all the different macros, and the macros, their job is to attack liquidity that hasn't been touched or attack imbalances, push price in that direction. So, you know what I'm saying, you can use that to your advantage if you're in a trade to say, hey, do I anticipate it continue to run based off of the divergence, based off the weakness of the dollar, based off the strength of the indexes, or do I want to go ahead and cut sling load based off the strength of the dollar and the weakness of the indexes, so you can use it to your advantage, because during that time the algo gonna push price toward that objective. All right, so now we've taken out that buy side. Let's see what the market gives us. Let's say Tim is spot on days work is extremely hectic. I set my alarm for the macro time and take a quick peek to see how price delivered. That's what's up. I love that. I love that, because I tell people, I was like, if you understand the why behind stuff and why price moving, you don't have to sit in front of the charts like we doing right here. Just like Nikki said, you can set alarms for certain times and say, hey, let me, like last night, what I did last night, I told y'all, I looked at how price trade. I was getting ready to get into bed at about 11:45, 12 o'clock. Matter of fact, it was 11:50, because I said, Junior, it's 11. No, it was 11:40. I said, Junior, it's 11:40. You need to get in. No, 11:50. You need to get in bed. He was like, I got 10 more minutes on this video. Can I finish it? I said, yeah, you can finish it. Then get in bed. I came in here. I looked at what the Asian session had done, and I saw it was like a small range. And I said, okay, I'm gonna get up. So I went and looked. I was like, I'm not waking up if it ain't gonna be ideal to trade London. So if you know certain things that the market is prone to do, you can set alerts, you can do things to you know what I'm saying? I love it, Nikki. Nikki is the freaking member of the day. You feel me? Y'all remind me to shout Nikki out on the price action recap tonight. Remind me to shout Nikki out on the price action recap. I love that. And I'm gonna share that. Let me make a note. I want to talk about Nikki setting alerts to look at the charts based off the macros. Nikki set alert macros. Let me show y'all how janky my notes be. This y'all can't see it. This is what my notes look like. Can y'all see that? Let me see if y'all can see that. This is what my notes look like right here. Nikki set alerts macros. That makes sense in my head. Leave me alone. What Nikki said. Tim, my wife be asking if I'm in the army operating off these random times. hey, the random times will get you, man. My sweetie, me and my sweetie was in the army, and she still be like, "Ooh, I don't see how you do it." I don't see how you do it. She'd be like, I don't see how you do it. We getting rejection off that buy side. We getting rejection off of that buy side. These 5-minute candles on the big chart. I'm looking at 5-minute candles on the big chart right now. Because I just like to see the candles bigger. We just hit the bottom of that breaker. The dollar is at that fair value gap, and it's at the bearish breaker. Now the dollar, let's see what the consequent is on there. All right. So we hit consequent encroachment once already on the breaker. All right, made the breaker, hit consequent on the breaker, broke down, came down, took out this sell side here, came back up to this fair value gap. It's a teeny break right there, but I ain't this high higher than that high, so I ain't got a lot of respect for that right there, since this high is higher than that high. But we back inside the breaker. We inside the bearish breaker. We just blew through this bullish breaker on the ES. We blew through it. All right, we blew through the bullish breaker on the ES. But we came right here to this. We got a bullish breaker right there. I just noticed. We got a bullish breaker right there. I just noticed we just came down to, is this going to be a breaker 19 day? It's going to be a breaker day. I just noticed this right here. We got a bullish breaker right there. Right there. Because we made this low right here, came up, made the high and broke that low. And we just came down into that bullish breaker. It's a lot of chop right here. So it ain't pretty price action because of the freaking divergence of the Dow. The Dow we still diverging. Look at this. Look at this crazy divergence over here. The Dow made a higher high right here, while the NQ and the ES was making lower highs. And back here, when the Dow was making lower lows, they were making higher lows. It's crazy divergence today, man. Boom. Just hit a breaker 19. Popped up. This price action super choppy, man. What time is it? 10:24. I'm calling it. I ain't trying to look for nothing. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna keep watching the price and talk it out. But I done made up in my mind. I don't want to try to take no trade because I don't like how it's trading. I don't like the divergence. We in a constant state of divergence on the Dow is out of sync with the ES. The ES and the NQ are in sync for the most part, but the Dow is constantly out of sync. So I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I don't like trading and when it's divergence like this. This is high resistance liquidity runs in my mind. When we dealing with this divergence and we chopping back and forth like this, I don't want nothing. So I'm gonna just keep watching the price, but I ain't trying to find no trade. I ain't trying to find no trade at all. Move out the way, dollar. Hmm. I see Tizzle on the tube. Is he talking? I hope he ain't talking and spreading all that COVID or whatever he had. Oh, he say silent. Okay, so since it's silent, I ain't got to turn it on my phone. I'll put the window up. I was just about to ask if y'all want to watch some cow feet. um, okay. We just touched the top of that breaker, the second breaker that I was talking about. We just touched the top of that right at a fair value gap. So we hit this bearish order block, push down, hit this breaker, and rejected off of it. Now is that midnight? Yes, we're right around midnight. Bounced off that breaker again, pushing up. Oh, just got a nice push off that breaker. Just gotta. The divergence with the Dow makes me think we are not done going lower. Yeah, the divergence just getting on my nerve, man. Just getting on my nerve. I didn't set my New York open. I just noticed that because we coming. I see the line, but I didn't set it. It's where I put it last night. Is okay. So we just took out the buy side again. So we're respecting the PD arrays to the bottom, and we just took out the buy side again. The dollar is still respecting that bearish breaker. The dollar still is in between the bearish breaker and a bullish fair value gap right now, but it's still respecting that bearish breaker. Still showing weakness, but we are still diverging. Okay, the ES has finally made a higher high. The NQ still has not made a higher high, and the Dow is making high. We're still diverging. We still got like divergence in the indexes. I see Tizzle. Let's pull up here. I'll put his man, I ain't got nowhere to put that. I'm gonna put y'all over here. Try to keep y'all close to this side of the screen. So if something moves or jumps, I can be like, oh, who did that? And then I'm gonna I see Tizzle. I hate when I do that. Got to be more careful. because with this you have to put them up. You got to put each one up one by one. Did he put a link in there? Audio good. Should be silent. All right, he's a fool. He didn't put a link in there. Okay, let's go to the tube. Uh, oh, look how I respect that breaker. Look how I respected that breaker. Charlie. Too bad I ain't a breaker trader. Man, I can't see what that say. I'm only interested in shorting. He said he only interested in shorting the ES. Notice how on electronic trading hours, setting the gap is not readily known to view. Okay. I don't know what that is. I am willing to leave long swings on the table because I trust my analysis over fast rewards. Okay. Oh, he looking how it's been on minor moves. He looking at how it's been because we've been going down for like a few days. If you look at let's see, this is important to develop and what many judge new students on, unfortunately. Oh, talk about being right, meaning your focus. Yeah. Mike. Uh, open this up a little bit. I'm over there tweet, and I need to make that full screen to be able to see that little bit of typing. But um, I was looking at how we've been melting. We've been melting these daily candles, right? We've been melting, right? So we've been melting, and that's why I marked out this order block right here because I want to see how we if we was going to come on down and attack these lows and hit this daily bullish fair value gap, right? And if you run your Fibonacci's from this low, which happens to be the monthly low, right, up to the high that we set, and we drop on our trusty dusty OTE settings, right? Our trusty dusty OTE settings. This order block is right around the 70 OTE, right? So this is still a bullish pullback based off of this run, right? Then the sell side resting below this right here and touching and filling this fair value gap, hitting this order block, that will still be a very, very deep OTE retracement, right? But I was like, okay, I want to see how this hold up because we've been melting. So since we've been melting there, now let's go look at the dollar and see what's causing ICT to trust the downside, right? Let's see what causes him to trust the downside. Because even though this is a green day, we were melting, right? So that's three considered down days because this is a green day, but that's bearish. So that's three bearish days in a row, right? So three bearish days in a row. That's one of his things of like not looking for shorts. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, in the short term, he willing to leave a long on the table because he looking to the downside, and which is key. Now let's look at the daily on the dollar real quick. And the dollar looked like it wants this. I mean, what I was talking about earlier, I was like the dollar looking like it wants this right here. What I marked it out? Oh, that's lower time frame. Yes. So the dollar came down and we pushing up, looking like it wants this high right here. So if the dollar wants this high right there, that'll push us down. What day is that? Get out of the way, kids holding hands. January 6th. January 6th. That'll put us below. It'll put us right down here at this monthly low right here. Because that's the January 6th low right there. When we made that high right there, we made that high. That's that low right there. So that's the same area. So the dollar want that. That's that low down there on the ES. Right. If the dollar want that, if it move equally, that'll put the ES down there. But if the ES stopped here or came to here in the dollar taken out, God dog it. Right. So if the dollar came up and took out this high right there, right? Look how much closer the dollar is to this high from where price is now. Look how much closer the dollar is to that high than the ES is to that same low. That's divergence. You know what I'm saying? That's weakness in the dollar right there. That's divergence. So I get the like the short term weakness saying I'm only looking for shorts there, but like I'm right here at a point where okay, the dollar looking weak. You know what I'm saying? It's looking like it want to set up to give us a chance to do like a short term bounce to come back up here where we was looking for it to come back up in this area, hopefully getting back up to this volume imbalance, new week opening gap to, you know what I'm saying, come further down. You know what I'm saying? And after coming down so far, now I'm like, man, was this, remember when I was talking before and I was like, this right here technically could be looked at as the move, this pullback right here, because we looked at the divergence and all of that. This right here could technically be looked at as the sell-off, and we can come down and bounce back up and, you know what I'm saying, take out those relative equal highs. You know, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm getting very sleepy right now. I'm about to end this. I'm getting really sleepy right now. We just took out buy side again. We got a fair value gap right there. Is that a discount fair value gap? It's right at equilibrium on the 5 minute, just above equilibrium on the 5 minute. 1 minute, we got a volume imbalance in the discount right there. We got a volume imbalance in the discount on the 1 minute. What the dollar doing? Okay, the dollar pushing back up to this area here. trying to get back up there. Got an order block right there. Got a bearish order block. It's got to get through. Coming back down to the that's why I'm like, man, I ain't looking for nothing. Because coming back down to the discount on the 1 minute to this volume imbalance gives us a 1 minute break in structure. And how long have we been running up? All right. So we got a swing. Boy, that buy side was hit right there. Got another one up there. We come from the low to there. Same spot, buy side. So that 39.48 above the buy side was hit, pushed up, came real close to the 52, 39.52.25, and then pulled back. For anybody who don't understand what I just did there, right? I was just looking at like what ICT be calling the institutional market structure, right? And just looking at the candles and how they're moving. You see here we came up, it took out this high right here. So we came up, this high right here took out these highs over here, right? Matter of fact, you got one here, right? We making these swings, right? So swing, making all these swings, right? So this one here came up and took out this high, came down, made a lower low right there. So you got a swing low there. Then you came up, boom, took out that high, came down, made a swing low there, right? Then you came up, boom, took out that high, came back, made a swing low there. So you got a swing low here, swing low there, and a swing low there. So you got this lower swing low with a swing low to the left and a swing low to the right. So higher. So then we got the ping now right there. So I take the left side of the swing low and bring it back to the previous high, right? That's the high of the low leg. And then I also measured the low leg, and then they in perfect harmony, right? They're in perfect sync with each other. The low leg and the left side of the swing low are in perfect sync. So boom, and then it almost got up to there to the second deviation, but this is the first deviation above the highs, and it boom delivered to it, and then we came back down and we took out the highs again, but it still ain't got up to the next deviation above the high. The dollar got up there to the fair value gap, rejected off of it pretty good, right? The dollar still showing weakness. If you know, you're interested in taking it, the dollar is still showing some weakness. It's trying to fight. Let's look at what the other one our divergence looking like. What are these 5-minute candles? Yes, these 5-minute candles. All right, so sloppy choppy. The Nasdaq barely made higher highs there from here to here made higher highs. So from let's come here. Just FYI. What she FYI? I use the Google account to send a message. Okay. All right. Okay. So the dollar, see right here, the dollar failed to take out that low. And then we disrespect these fair value gaps and this order block. So there's 1, 2, 3 PD arrays that the dollar done disrespected. So me no likey that. Me no likey that. This, and then we got a breaking market structure right here with a fair value gap and a volume imbalance. So that right there, this right here is hinting at short, right? This is hinting at short. The dollar disrespected 3 bearish PD arrays, failing to take out, is refusing to make lower lows. Get out the way, children, holding hands. All right. So this 1030, this 1003 candle was the low. Then this 1016 candle didn't take it out. Then this 1035 candle didn't take it out. You know what I'm saying? Everything just chop, slop, chop, slop, chop, chop, slop, chop, chop, slop, chop, slop. Disrespected PD arrays. Breaking market, took out buy side, 1 minute breaking market structure to the downside. So right there, we're respecting this bearish breaker right now. This is a bearish breaker right here. Technically, it can be all 3 candles because there's 3 down close candles in a row. So technically, it can be all 3 candles, and then the top candle is right in line with the bearish volume imbalance. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. And I ain't looking for nothing. Hopefully, I was able to share some insight on something for somebody. Hopefully, I was able to help somebody with something between what I was talking about this morning from in the London session and between what I shared today. I wasn't able to get on into London. I didn't take the London trade. It I didn't want it after certain things had happened. It worked out to be a successful trade. Shout out to everybody that did take it. I saw a few people that said they actually took that same trade. Congratulations. Hey, it wasn't my trade. Live the trade another day. I'm tired. I'm about to eat me some cereal and take a nap. Again, I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel financially. I appreciate y'all for just supporting the channel, period. I had totally forgot I had ICT pulled up here. I'm gonna have to look at this later because I'm about to let me see what you talk about real quick, and then I'm gonna call it. Hold on, let me fix my charts back because I won't be able to do nothing with if I know I left this in disarray. 5 handle visual reference. Oh, that's how far 5 handles is. This is high resistance liquidity. That right there. Didn't I say that earlier? Me and Michael like 2 peas in a pod, man. Let me get my stuff together. I didn't shut y'all wonder, did it? No, I did. Okay. Have fun, watch your feet. Hey, I'm this shade area, high resistance conditions. It will need to overcome if selling off to sell side liquidity. We traded into a SIBI inside the opening range gap. Are we seeing weakness as a result? Uh, you are studying, yes. How is delivered after trading into a fair value gap? Okay, potential market structure shift. Man, me and Mike are two peas in the pod. I had just said we had did what's name. I just said the same thing. You know, like we had that fair value gap, we got the volume imbalance. Yeah. 39.47 traded to prefer to see more inside the fair value gap. Screenshot this here. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tonight. I'll see y'all tonight at 6:30 for the price action recap. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Again, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I'm gone.